You're listening to the Tony Conley Morning Show on More Compelling Talk Radio, 1320 WILS, 1320WILS.com. Normally, we wouldn't talk about a story like this until we get into the new year, because the new year seems to be a big time where folks look at reducing their weight, getting their health in order. But according to a new study, hundreds of people under the age of 25 underwent weight loss surgery in the last 3 years, according to this major study. Lisa Cobb is a 1320 WILS and Fox News Radio expert on cosmetic weight loss procedures. Lisa, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. This is somewhat surprising as someone who's kind of a health nut and been in gyms. I've been in gyms all my life. I'm surprised so many younger people are taking this route as opposed to just getting in the gym and working out a little bit more.
I'm sort of shocked too when I was reading the statistics about these kids. I mean, there's some under 18. They're talking about it a way of managing diabetes, but I mean, I think none of it addresses the underlying problem where nobody's eating properly. There's kids are getting just no exercise these days, and I think that's one of the big problems. I think PE has been eliminated in a lot of the school programs, and we're just a lot more sedentary. Kids play video games instead of running out and playing ball.
Hundreds of people under the age of 25 underwent weight loss surgery in the past 3 years, according to the National Bariatric Surgery Registry. It said 108 men and 462 women aged 24 or under had obesity operations between 2011 and 2013, including 62 people under the age of 18. Wow, that is just stunning.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, I think that I think it's a trend that's just going up. I mean, you see that obesity is just a huge problem in our society. I think that's where they're trying to outlaw sugary drinks over big gulps or anything over 16 ounces. I mean, but it doesn't really address the underlying problem, which is starting with diet and healthy living.
The study found that more than 65% of obese patients with type 2 diabetes showed no sign of the condition 2 years after the weight loss surgery. So is that saying, do you think, Lisa, that you have the surgery, you take the weight off, your health is going to be better?
Well, I mean, I think that if they're saying that what they're saying a lot in this article is that and it comes down to dollars and cents. They figure they think that in the long run it's going to cost less money for them to manage the diabetes than it is to go ahead and pay for the surgery and then have less problems with the diabetes. But I still think you're still going to have the underlying problem because you're not changing behavior. If people's behavior doesn't change, what they're doing is they're eliminating a large part of the stomach so that people can't overeat. But that means they're probably going to just delete the same amount, but they're just not going to be able to put on the weight because they can't. Physically, they won't be able to.
All right, Lisa, as you have folks come in and see you, what do you tell them, whether they're younger or older? What's the proper process to take if you're considering this type of surgery?
Well, I mean, for the most part, I think that we do a lot of at the spa that I own, the med spa that I own. We do some procedures that deal with inch loss, but I really don't take on anybody that has severe, that's really obese. They really need to be within about 15% of their ideal body weight because otherwise it's just a waste. If people are not going to make lifestyle changes, then it's really kind of pointless to try to take off those, to fine-tune the extra areas of the body. I think that, I do see people every occasionally that are coming in that are obese, but most of them are at this point they're in the doctor's care because they're headed towards diabetes if they're not there already, and certainly heart issues and a host of other problems. So I really try to educate them With diet, I try to, give them some tips on exercises. I think with most people, I think they get overwhelmed if they're given too much to do and they just give up. But if they can make small changes on a daily basis, they tell them to take stairs instead of taking the elevator, or take a walk around the block. And because a lot of them think, well, I can't go work out on a treadmill, or I can't go to the gym, or I can't do any of this stuff, so then they do nothing. But if they make small little changes on a day-to-day basis, cutting out some of the soft drinks and replacing them with some like fruit, maybe some good healthy juice, but that's diluted a lot with water. So that's because fruit juices also have a high sugar content. I try to coach them to make changes that are reasonable, that they will actually do. And I find that people respond if they feel like they're not being judged, or they're overwhelmed with things that they feel like they really can't do.
We've been talking with Lisa Cobb, who's a 1320 WILS and Fox News radio expert on cosmetic weight loss procedures. Lisa, thanks so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for listening to the Tony Conley Morning Show and more compelling talk radio on 1320 WILS and 1320WILS.com.